Just like in a Call of Duty lobby, there's a team that wins and there's a team that loses. Even if you play free-for-all, there's the top 3 and there's everybody else in the lobby who didn't manage to make the scoreboard. In life, it's not always about being the top 1, but it's about falling in that top 3. Figure out where you stand and life becomes way easier to navigate. Welcome back to the channel. Tune in or ghost out. I hope you guys enjoyed the beginning of this video with the Black Ops 2 clips. I've been having a lot of fun sniping, been playing a lot of plutonium, and while I know I'm unk out here, I still think I got it with the sniping skills. Let me know what you think. But diving into the topic for today, you just can't be a loser. I know that may sound harsh, but let me break it down for you. In a Call of Duty lobby, whether it's 6v6 or free-for-all, you have the top of the leaderboard and you got the bottom of the leaderboard. The people at the top usually talk the most, usually play the hardest. The people at the bottom don't even make it to the end of the match because they getting f***ed up so bad they leave. But here's what the losers in the lobby don't know. The people at the top of the lobby were also losers. Only difference between them is they ended up getting nuked, kill streaked, spawn trapped so much that they learned, progressed, and got better. Where the bottom half of the lobby takes the loss, gets destroyed all game, but doesn't see it through. We've all had that one friend who's been playing COD since probably COD 4, and he could pick up the sticks today and he's still dropping 0 and telling the other team that they suck. While this is the funniest guy in the lobby, no doubt, do you want to be this person? Do you want to enter every facet of your life and look at the people above you and think they're cheating, they're hacking, they're doing something that I can't do? Or would you rather study the game to a point that you can obtain those skills and apply them to your life? A sniper isn't good because he can hit his shots. It's about the timing, it's about the patience, it's about looking at the full picture and deciding which moment is the best moment for you to act. The guy in the lobby that's gone 36-0, has double nuked you, has probably dropped dogs a couple times. Is he good because he's a sweat? No, he's good because he knows where to go, when to go, and why he's in that area. A lot of us nowadays, even our parents surprisingly, have been navigating through life with no roadmap, no plan, no time to think about what am I doing. I think we're in a unique position. As you see here, I sit in my room playing BO2 plutonium, like this console. But what's the difference between me as a young kid and me as now? I have structure, plan, and I know what I truly want out of life. Don't get me wrong, I got a 4-word plan called Get That Done. It don't map out all my actions for the future, but it helps me narrow down which ones are the best option. And that's one thing I realized that I hope I can help you realize. It's not the plan or knowing what you should do a lot of the time. It's always coming to the conclusion of, can I or will I do it? You know you probably shouldn't be high on your way to work, but are you gonna not smoke? You know drinking on the weekend till you're f***ed up is gonna hurt you on Monday, but are you gonna not drink that weekend? And you know working at that factory is gonna leave you beaten and bruised in your later age, but are you gonna pursue something different? The answer that you probably said when I asked those questions is yes, but the answer that you have every time you wake up in the morning is, I'll do it tomorrow. It's been 450 tomorrows, big dog. When is that day gonna come? When are you gonna decide, I'm tired of bottom fragging, I'm tired of going 1-18 every match, I'm gonna try and go positive. But wait, it's not your fault. You weren't born rich, you weren't born this, you weren't given that, you didn't have this chance. I hate to break it to you, when that match ends, that scoreboard reads a winner and a loser. It doesn't matter what you had or didn't have, the results stay the same. While life is not a video game, and you are going to run into people who have had a better start than you, who have maybe had an easier life than you, does that mean that that scoreboard is going to say anything different? You may be able to garner some sympathy, but you'll never garner respect. Let me pose you a question. You're playing domination on Nuketown. The score is 178-50. Your team is losing. The game is about to wrap up. They have you in the spawn trap. Do you put your controller down and wait for the lobby to end? Do you back out of the lobby and search for a new game so you don't run into the same players? Or do you stay in the game and keep pushing B? I already know a lot of you chose leave the game or put my controller down. And honestly, for a long time, I would have chose those options too. But I think that's where you gotta have a deeper look at yourself. Why do you give up? Why do you think that it's a better option to leave than just to stick around? As someone who's picked up and dropped so many hobbies, I see that my Call of Duty habits have really never left. When the lobby gets hard, I'll wait for it to end. when I run into the same sweats, I'll look for a new lobby. I'll never stay there and face the challenge presented in front of me or ever give it 110% because I'm scared if I fail, then it can be weaponized against me. People can talk bad on me. People can talk down on my efforts. But what's even worse than that is people talking down on me because I've never accomplished anything or gave anything 100%. And while you may be above the criticism of others, which I applaud you if you are, that's a strong skill to build up, you should never be above the criticism of yourself. If you can't tell yourself that you're doing something wrong, then there's a big problem there. If you can't be honest with you, then why would anyone else around you be honest with you? And hear me out, going back to the COD example, there's the guy on the team that says, come on guys, help me Cat B. Come on guys, why aren't you doing this? Why aren't you doing that? The whole time, bro is the most negative, the most loud, and the first one to back out. Instead of projecting how you feel, maybe sit with those feelings and evaluate how you can get past them. People say comparison is the killer of joy. I think projection is the killer of self-confidence. We've all been taught on how to express our judgment, but never sit with it. I didn't mean to start this video off so harsh and ask you if you were or weren't a loser, but I think we should define what a loser is. For the definition, we're going to Merriam-Webster.com, and I want to go with the second definition. A person who is incompetent or unable to succeed. Keyword being incompetent. Incompetent means someone who is lacking the necessary ability, knowledge, or skills to perform the necessary role effectively. Now let's go back to the start of the video. I said we all start at the bottom of the lobby and we have to work our way to the top. To get to that point, you have to learn spawns, spawn flips, rotations, and what kill streaks are worth running, taking you from a competent noob to a skilled player. We've all been losers. Nade Shot, Parasite, Scump, any COD legend you want to think of, they've all been losers. They've all been Lil Timmy running around the lobby getting headshotted and clipped, but they chose not to stay that way. Michael Jordan used to be the guy on the court getting shot on, getting crossed over. He chose not to stay that way. And well, you, me, a lot of people currently, we're in the depths of the bottom. We're scared of the future and we're uncertain about what's going to happen. For a lot of people, it's become okay to fall into that doomer mindset. Not try as hard, not do much, give up on opportunities because they're not exactly what we want, or live a life that we are not happy with but are too scared to actually change. While your dreams might be financial, I think truly what you're searching for is a sense of respect and purpose. You're not a loser because you don't have $1 million or you haven't hit Prestige Master. You're a loser because the thought of losing comes easier than the thought of winning ever did. As long as that stays true, your brighter future will never come. Change your mindset, change your life. It all starts with one step at a time, being 1% better each day, and knowing you do deserve to win. You deserve to be on top of that leaderboard. Now fight as hard as you can to get there. And I know it sucks to fight, but I promise you, it sucks so much more to lose. Thank you for tuning in. If anything I said today resonates with you, let me know down below in the comments. If you could drop a like, it means a lot. And the subscription is free, and it does so much more for me than you could ever possibly think. Thank you for stopping by to the channel. Till next time.
Transmission complete. Signal terminating. This is Ghost Thread, signing off.